check, mic check. What's kicking, family? I'm glad you've clicked in so I can check in with you. What I want to kick about is about Manny A Rod, steroids, the propaganda, and yes, I got caught drinking the Kool Aid. Manny got caught out there with HGC, a female drug for female hormones and whatnot. When the initial report came out about Manny, he had made a statement saying that it was a prescription by his doctor for, a personal matter. And then next thing you know, it was like, hey, it didn't say he tested positive for steroids. And he said he didn't do steroids. Then on top of that, I heard a news report. It was reported on the Sports Talk Radio that the night that Major League Baseball came down with their so-called ruling about the 50-game suspension for Manny was that Boris called him, told him, then he asked Joe Torre to ask out of the game. It was the night before he got suspended. It was a blowout. He left early, and he hadn't been back since. That's why the owner was upset and incensed with Manny because, he took off and hadn't talked to the team or anything like that. But what this all comes down to, with all the smoke and mirrors and everything going on, what happened to the other 100-some-odd names that came out with A Rod? Manny is the only guy that's already now coming. How come all the big fish, all the big superstars are being exposed? What about all the little guppies in the pond? And what about those guys? What about the ones that also have come up, actually tested positive? I don't recall reading, hearing, seeing anything that said that Manny had tested positive for steroids. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to have to be due diligent and do the research and find out for sure. But what it comes down to is that with all this going on, I'm drinking the Kool Aid. I'm being susceptible. I'm falling into that whole thing where the media puts it out. They paint this crazy picture. When you think about it, when it all comes down to it, this is all going back, this is a full circle type thing. If you come up on a test for illegal substance and you are found guilty, okay, put it out there. How come it's only pick and choose? You got A Rod, you got Manny, now you got Cal Ripken Jr. being surprised that that A Rod had came up positive. They had mentioned that Cal Ripken Jr. was mentoring this one ball player who came up, I believe, either on the Mitchell Report or on a drug test. So I got to look into that. But the bottom line is I was drinking the Kool Aid. I'm falling susceptible to all this stuff. Guess what? I'm not drinking the Kool Aid anymore. I got my coffee. Guess what? I'm going to stay wide awake now. I'm going to be wide awake, keep my eyes open. They got me drinking the Kool Aid, thinking everything is all right. I got my hot dogs and hamburgers and chilling, and I'm drinking the Kool Aid. They are feeding you this propaganda, and you don't know who's what, where, when, and how. Major League Baseball and the union were in cahoots when A Rod's name came out of that list. As you already know, it should have been destroyed. Now, he comes out, which is Manny Rodriguez. Manny comes out, he got this prescription from his doctor. Now everybody's like, yo, why don't the doctor come up and say what it was for? You know what? I'm tired of this. Now they talk about, baseball is the only one that's coming out there. Hey, Sean Merriman, he was caught out there with steroids. But you know what? And that's the distinction right then and there. If you're going to, bottom line, it's bad. Bad. It deteriorates the body and stuff like that. But somebody had pointed out to me some time ago that when the steroid thing when it blew up, it wasn't an issue. It wasn't illegal. So in the early days, kids was using it, and they were getting all beefed up and pumped up and able to recover better. And their hand, quick twitch muscles were better. And this all goes back to saying, I was drinking the Kool Aid, falling susceptible. I was like Jim Jones in Guyana. Bring me in my family. Drink the elixir of life. Not anymore. Bottom line is, Anybody who's got the numbers these days, you're going in the Hall of Fame. You writers, for instance, the writers always say Barry Bonds had Hall of Fame numbers prior to his alleged steroid use. You know why I say alleged? Because they never busted him on a test. Never. So it is alleged he did that. If he came up dirty on a test and he was busted, fine. So with that being said, now you say these people are guilty and then they're not guilty. You got me drinking the Kool Aid, thinking that they're guilty. And in anybody's line of work or business, if you come up with a dirty drug test, you can get fired from your job, or in some cases, they will give you rehabilitation so that you can come back into society and work. So with that being said, Major League Baseball, the union, and the media is like, everybody's cooking this pot here. Got me drinking the Kool Aid, and like I said, I'm not drinking the Kool Aid anymore. I got my coffee. And I'm going to leave you with this. Anybody who's playing today, they're getting in the Hall of Fame. Steroids or not. And you writers, get off your high sanctimonious horse, because there was a whole lot of transgressions well before these guys, and there's a lot of guys in the Hall of Fame. So let's just stick to the game and not the personal issues. Mr. Batch, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Peace.